I wouldn't move to a blue city if it were my last option here on Earth.
Pause. First of all, thank you. Secondly, you said you wouldn't move to a blue city if it were your last option on Earth. So are you telling us that you would rather literally blast yourself into space for eternity than move to a blue city? Thank God you stay out of blue cities. One less fucking dumbass to deal with. But proceed.
If it were my last option here on Earth. Everything is 10 times more expensive. Groceries, fast food, parking, buying, renting, anything you can imagine is just 10 times more expensive. Just plan on spending $30 for an avocado toast at breakfast.
I don't know that it's 10 times more expensive, and I certainly wouldn't have a fucking clue how much an avocado toast costs, but are you familiar with the supply and demand ideology? Are you familiar with the fact that the more people want something, the more it costs? That's what you get in cities. More people demanding products and services causes the price to go up. It's more desirable to live here than it is wherever the fuck it is you're talking about. Proceed.
2, rioting and protests. You're 10 times more likely to experience rioting and violent protests all the time. Just in your backyard, on the street. I just frankly am not the type of person that wants to drive on the freeway to my 9-to-5 job and get stopped by a massive protest for 7 hours on the highway because you want to protest your sex change.
What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? I was born just outside the city of Chicago and raised near the city of Chicago, going in and out of Chicago my entire youth. Then I took off and I traveled, and I have been to New York, Boston, Miami, New Orleans, Houston, Dallas, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Portland, Denver, Las Vegas, Seattle, Charleston, South Carolina, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Indianapolis, Detroit, Milwaukee. I've been all over the fucking country. And now I've been in the Chicagoland area for the past couple of decades, quarter of a century or so, and I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. I don't see violent protests and riots all the time, every day. There certainly aren't any happening in my backyard, for fuck's sake. What the fuck are you talking about? Getting stopped on the highway for 7 hours? You're insane. By the way, why would somebody want to protest their own sex change? It makes no fucking sense.
Your sex change. Number 3, the immigration problem. Immigration's healthy when it's done the right way, but in blue cities, illegal immigrants that are there are not your typical A family. The majority of them are military-age men who can't get a job because they don't have citizenship. So the majority of them end up joining gang violence, stealing cars and burglaries, and selling drugs. And that is just the type of environment and neighborhood I don't want to live in.
That is a young woman who's probably never met an undocumented immigrant in her entire life. You can get employment if you're not legal to work in this country. It might not be legal employment, but you can get employment. I know I worked for companies that employed hundreds of undocumented immigrants. I managed hundreds of undocumented immigrants. And they are your atypical families. These are guys who all they want to do is go to work to earn a living so that they can go home and take care of their family. And on the weekend, live it up in the backyard, maybe go play some soccer with the boys, have a barbecue, and just kind of chill. Live. Relax. You've been fed some bullshit line of some invading force without knowing a fucking thing about what you talk about.
I don't want to live in. Protection from law enforcement. Blue cities tend to actually hate cops and hate law enforcement and first responders. There's just not a lot of respect for backing the blue there. And I don't want to live in a city where majority of cops are quitting on the day because they are not respected by locals. One of the last things is the homeless problem. A lot of these blue cities have regulations and laws that are not helping the people who are contributing to the community, but are helping contribute to homeless people who are taking advantage. You can go to the bathroom anywhere on the street. You can go on the sidewalk, you can go in the park. I don't want to see a dude taking a bathroom break on the sidewalk while I'm taking my future daughter out for a nice stroll. That's why the majority of people are moving towards conservative states.
You should visit the city of Chicago sometime if you want to see a city that truly backs the police officers. I have a very big problem with police myself, but the city of Chicago is a huge police city. Come to the city of Chicago sometime and see just how much they back their police officers. And of course, somebody like yourself would have a problem with homeless people. I mean, why wouldn't we end on that note? But here's the deal. I have a solution to all of your problems. You don't want to live in a blue area. So here's a solution I have for you. Don't fucking move to a blue area. Now I'm your life coach. Free of charge. First lessons on me.